Hello, my friends. Welcome back to Friend English Podcast. I am Danny, and today I am very happy to practice English with you. In today's podcast, we are going to talk about something simple but powerful: how to be nice every day. At the same time, we will learn useful English words and phrases for kindness, everyday conversations, and social situations. Being nice does not mean you have to do something big or expensive. Often, kindness appears in very small moments. A smile, a friendly hello, a sincere thank you, or a few helpful words can completely change the feeling of someone's day. First, let's think about the word nice. When we say someone is nice, we usually mean that person is kind, friendly, pleasant, or helpful. You might say, "My new coworker is really nice." Maybe they helped you on your first day or made you feel welcome. You could also say, "That was nice of you." We use this when someone does something kind for us. For example, your friend brings you coffee and you say, "Thank you, that was really nice of you." One of the easiest ways to be nice is simply to greet people. You do not need a long conversation. You can say, "Good morning," "Hi," "How are you?" or "How's your day going?" Imagine you enter your workplace every morning without looking at anyone or saying anything. Now imagine you enter, smile, and say, "Morning, how's it going?" It takes only a few seconds, but it creates a warmer atmosphere. Being friendly often begins with noticing the people around you. Another simple habit is saying please and thank you. You probably learned these words very early in English, but they are extremely important. Instead of saying, "Give me the menu," you can say, "Could I have the menu, please?" Instead of silently taking something from someone, say, "Thank you." You can make your thanks warmer by saying, "Thanks. I really appreciate it." Appreciate means to feel thankful for something someone has done. For example, "Thanks for helping me. I really appreciate it." You can also show kindness by giving sincere compliments. A compliment is something positive you say about another person. You might say, "I like your jacket. You did a great job. That was a really good idea." Or, "You're very good at explaining things." The important word here is sincere. Sincere means you really mean what you say. You do not need to compliment everyone all the time. One honest, specific compliment can feel much more meaningful than many empty ones. Now imagine your coworker gives a presentation. Afterward, you could say, "Great job. Your presentation was really clear." Maybe your friend cooks dinner for you. You can say, "This is delicious." You're a great cook. Someone helps you understand something difficult, and you say, "You explain things really well." Notice that these compliments are simple. You do not need advanced vocabulary to make another person feel appreciated. Another way to be nice is to offer help. You can ask, "Do you need a hand?" This means, "Do you need some help?" Maybe someone is carrying several boxes. You can say, "Do you need a hand with those?" Another useful phrase is, "Can I help you with that?" If your coworker has a lot of work, you might say, "Let me know if you need any help." These phrases show that you are paying attention to other people instead of thinking only about yourself. Of course, being nice also means listening. Sometimes people do not need advice. They just want someone to listen to them. Imagine your friend says, "I've had a really difficult week." You do not immediately need to tell them what to do. You can say, "I'm sorry to hear that. Do you want to talk about it?" Maybe they begin explaining what happened. You can respond with, "I see. That sounds difficult," or "I understand." These small responses show that you are listening. Another important habit is remembering small things about people. Maybe your coworker tells you they have an exam on Friday. On Monday, you can ask, "Hey, how did your exam go?" Maybe your friend tells you their mother is visiting. Later, you ask, "How was your time with your mom?" When you remember something someone told you, it shows that you were really listening. It tells them, "What you said mattered to me." Being nice also includes small, everyday actions. You can hold the door for someone. You can let another person go first. You can return something you borrowed. You can clean up after yourself in a shared space. You can send a short message to ask, "How are you doing?" None of these things is dramatic, but kindness usually is not dramatic. It is often quiet, ordinary, and repeated. And remember, being nice does not mean pretending to be happy all the time. You can have a difficult day and still treat people with respect. You can disagree with someone and still speak politely. You can be tired and still say thank you. Kindness is not about having a perfect personality. It is often about choosing small, respectful actions, even when nobody is watching. Now let's talk about being nice when you disagree with someone. It is easy to be friendly when everyone agrees with you, but real kindness is also important when opinions are different. Instead of saying, "You're wrong," you can say, "I see it differently." You can also say, "I understand your point, but I have a different opinion." These sentences allow you to disagree without attacking the other person. Being polite does not mean you must agree. It means you can respect the person while disagreeing with the idea. Another useful habit is giving people the benefit of the doubt. This means you do not immediately assume that someone had a bad intention. Imagine a friend does not reply to your message. You might think, "They are ignoring me," but maybe they are busy, tired, or dealing with a problem. Instead of becoming angry immediately, you can think, "Maybe something came up." Something came up means something unexpected happened. Giving people a little patience can prevent unnecessary arguments. Patience itself is an important part of kindness. Maybe someone speaks slowly. Maybe a new coworker makes a mistake. Maybe a person in front of you takes a long time to order. It is easy to become impatient, but you can choose to stay calm. You might tell a learner, "Take your time." This means they do not need to hurry. If someone apologizes for being slow, you can say, "No worries." These small expressions can help another person feel comfortable. Now let's talk about apologizing. Nice people still make mistakes. Maybe you interrupt someone, forget something important, or speak too strongly. The important thing is being able to say, "I'm sorry." You can make your apology more specific. "I'm sorry I interrupted you." "I'm sorry I forgot." Or, "I'm sorry about what I said earlier." A sincere apology does not need to be long. Sometimes, a simple sentence can repair a difficult moment. It is also nice to accept an apology without making the situation bigger. Someone says, "Sorry I'm late." You might answer, "That's okay." Someone says, "I'm sorry about the mistake." You can say, "No problem. Thanks for fixing it." Of course, some situations are more serious and may need a longer conversation. But for small, everyday mistakes, accepting an apology calmly can help everyone move forward. Another way to show kindness is to include people. Imagine you are talking with 3 coworkers and a new person is standing nearby. You could say, "Hey, come join us." Maybe someone is quiet during a group conversation. You can ask, "What do you think?" This gives them an opportunity to speak. If you are making plans with a group, you might say, "Would you like to come with us?" Feeling included can make a big difference, especially for someone who is new or shy. You can also be nice by respecting people's time. If you say you will meet someone at 6, try to arrive on time. If you are going to be late, send a message. "Sorry, I'm running about 10 minutes late." If someone is busy, you can ask, "Is now a good time?" Before asking for a big favor, you might say, "Do you have a minute?" These phrases show that you understand the other person has their own schedule and responsibilities. Now, imagine a coworker looks tired. You could say, "Long day?" They answer, "Yeah, I've been really busy." You might respond, "I hope you get some time to relax tonight." This is a small act of kindness. You are not solving their problem. You are simply showing that you noticed how they feel. Another useful phrase is, I hope things get easier soon. You can use this when someone is going through a difficult time. Being nice can also mean celebrating other people's good news. Maybe your friend gets a new job. You can say, "That's great. Congratulations." Maybe someone passes an exam. You say, "Well done. I knew you could do it." If your coworker finishes a difficult project, say, "Nice work." Sometimes people find it easy to support others when they are struggling, but harder when others are succeeding. Genuine kindness includes being happy for other people's progress. And do not forget everyday gratitude. At the end of a meal, you can say, "Thanks for dinner." After visiting someone, say, "Thanks for having me." When someone gives you their time, say, "Thanks for taking the time to help me." When a coworker does something useful, say, "I appreciate your help." Gratitude helps people know that their effort was noticed. The important thing is that kindness does not have to be complicated. Listen before you judge. Be patient when someone makes a small mistake. Apologize when you are wrong. Include people when you can. Respect their time, notice their effort, and celebrate their good news. These actions may look small, but when you repeat them every day, they can change the way people feel when they are around you. Now, let's talk about something important. Being nice does not mean saying yes to everything. You can be kind and still have boundaries. Maybe someone asks you to do something, but you are already very busy. You can say, "I'm sorry, I can't help today," or "I'd love to help, but I don't have time right now." These answers are polite, clear, and respectful. You do not have to become exhausted just to prove that you are a nice person. Kindness includes respecting yourself too. You can also say no without giving a long explanation. Imagine a friend invites you somewhere, but you do not want to go. You can say, "Thanks for inviting me, but I can't make it tonight." Can't make it means you cannot attend. If someone asks for something you are uncomfortable doing, you can say, "I'm sorry, but I'm not comfortable with that." You can be firm without being rude. A calm voice and respectful words can make a big difference. Now, let's think about kindness toward people you do not know. Maybe you thank the person who serves your coffee. Maybe you smile at someone who holds the door. Maybe you let a person with only one item go ahead of you at the store. You can say, "You can go ahead." Maybe someone drops something and you pick it up for them. These interactions may last only a few seconds, but they are part of everyday kindness. Another powerful habit is avoiding unnecessary negative talk about other people. Sometimes gossip can feel entertaining, but it can easily hurt someone. Gossip means talking about another person's private life or behavior, especially when they are not there. If a conversation becomes unkind, you do not have to join in. You can change the subject or simply stay quiet. Before saying something about another person, you can ask yourself, "Would I say this if they were standing here?" Now imagine you are having a bad day. You are tired, late, and frustrated. Someone makes a small mistake, and you want to speak angrily. This is when kindness can be difficult. You can give yourself a moment before answering. Instead of saying, "What is wrong with you?" you might say, "I think there's been a mistake. Can we fix it?" The message is still clear, but the words are more respectful. Being kind does not mean ignoring problems. It means dealing with them without making the situation unnecessarily worse. Let's practice some useful phrases together. Repeat after me. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Do you need a hand? Take your time. No worries. I understand your point. I'm sorry about that. Would you like to join us? Congratulations. That's great news. I hope things get easier soon. Thanks for taking the time to help me. These phrases are simple, but they can make your everyday English sound warm and friendly. Now imagine a short conversation. Your coworker says, "I'm sorry, but I made a mistake on this report." You could answer, "No worries. Can we fix it together?" They say, "Yes, but it might take a little time." You answer, "That's okay. Take your time." Later, when the problem is fixed, you say, "Thanks for taking care of it." Notice that you did not ignore the mistake. You simply handled it calmly and respectfully. Here is another situation. A friend says, "I have an important interview tomorrow and I'm really nervous." You could say, "I understand. Interviews can be stressful, but I think you'll do great." Your friend says, "Thanks. I hope so." You might answer, "Good luck. Let me know how it goes." The next day, remember to ask, "How did your interview go?" Remembering and following up is a simple way to show someone that you care. Now, I want you to think about your own day. Is there someone you could thank? Is there someone you could encourage? Maybe you could send a message saying, "I hope you're doing well." Maybe you could tell a coworker, "You did a great job today." Maybe you could listen patiently when someone needs to talk. You do not need to do all of these things. Choose one small action and practice it. And remember that kindness can become a habit. At first, you may need to remind yourself to say thank you, listen carefully, or be more patient. But when you repeat these actions, they become more natural. The same is true for English. When you repeat useful phrases again and again, you stop translating every word in your head. The words begin to come more easily. So, let's review. Being nice every day can mean greeting people, saying please and thank you, giving sincere compliments, offering help, listening, being patient, apologizing, including others, respecting people's time, and celebrating their success. It also means setting healthy boundaries and speaking respectfully when something goes wrong. You do not need money, perfect English, or a special opportunity to practice kindness. You can begin with the next person you talk to. Thank you for listening to Friend English Podcast. I am Danny, and I am very happy you practiced English with me today. Try using one kind English phrase after this episode. Keep listening, keep speaking, and keep treating people with respect in the small moments of everyday life. A few kind words may feel simple to you, but they can mean much more to someone else. See you in another episode.